But going back to kind of the strategy and that side of things, like take me through, a project, whether that's with the
Mm.
Falcons, with the Magic, with, wherever it is, where, Holiday Inn, like wherever you want to kind of take this, but like just a project that you were either really proud of or just something that did really well and how it came from, whether it was the need or the idea all the way to like, let's get this out in the world.
So this is the easiest answer for me. And no, it's not Falcons schedule release videos making fun of the Saints because that's the fun answer.
Yeah.
Um, this is easy for me, and I want to preface it by saying I was a very small part of the broader team we that pulled this thing off. We it was the Atlanta Falcons. Year was I don't remember, maybe 19. I'd have to go back and look. Um, One of our players at the time, he was just traded to us, tight end Hayden Hurst, and he actually used to be part of the Pirates organization. Um, he had a Players Tribune piece come out about him that he did with them, a written piece about going through depression, battling that stigma, attempting suicide, all that. And the piece was like so moving, man. It was so moving. And so we as a digital team and our video team especially worked with our communications team and we're like, how can we try to do this right and do this well and have them like open up on camera? And those guys created great relationships with Hayden because built that trust with him to allow him to do it comfortably. And they pulled off I think it's like an 11-minute video or so. It's on YouTube now. It's called Breaking the Stigma with Hayden Hurst. And we did that piece and that first video. And he has the Hayden Hurst Foundation for mental health awareness. And we interviewed his parents and coaches and him and several people. And it was just without a doubt the most impactful piece of content I've ever been a part of because we posted it on different platforms, different ways, optimizing on the different platforms. And so many of the comments, Zach, were like, thank you for sharing this. This piece literally saved my life. If I didn't see this piece, like I probably wouldn't be here tomorrow. And to be a very small part of something that has that big of impact, to me, like nothing is ever going to reach that. There's a lot of negative with social media, a lot, but there's a positive like that you're able to reach people who need to be reached with a story that's that impactful. And then we got a bunch of the comments of people who said things like that, who said, this saved my life. We reached out to them, several people, and had them then as a second part record videos to Hayden. And then the second video we did was Hayden coming into a room and we hit play and he watched all these people make these videos to him, like, your story just saved my life. And that was the second piece. I mean, dude, it still gives me chills. Like just the most impactful pieces of content. I mean, it had millions of views, millions. I would be curious to go on YouTube now and see like how many millions it has. But I don't know if I'll ever be a part. I hope I am a part of content that it can be like that moving to that level again. It just that one makes me really proud to be a really small piece of that.
Definitely. Well, yeah, I mean, it's like it's like you said, there's a lot of bad and a lot of negativity out there, especially on social, but it's like there's so much good happening. And
Mm.
being, like you said, even just a small part of getting that positivity and that just being able to make an impact in just whatever possible way is like that's such a great part of this job where it's like you can do these big amazing things so well, but it's also the little things that matter and can help out fans and completely different scale of impact. But like I remember at the Steelers, like we had a fan who reached out and said like someone broke into his house and stole his entire Steeler jersey collection, and like he was heartbroken and just like he's like I took my whole, he was probably like 25 years old or something, like a younger
Mm.
kid. And he's like, I spent so many paychecks on this stuff and like I love the Steelers. And so it was like it was just out there in the universe. Like it wasn't anything where he DM'd us or anything like that. But it was just like as soon as we saw it, it was like one DM from the Steelers. And it's like, like what size are you? Tell us what jerseys you need. We got you. And it's like, again, something so insignificant in like in effort, like not insignificant in impact, but like effort. Like really it was one message. It was getting his address. It was grabbing jerseys from the team shop, writing him a note and sending it off. And like even if he was already a fan for life, like you can guarantee like that kid is still watching Steeler games to this day just because of something so easy to do that I think it's overlooked quite a bit.
That's the impact of sports, man. Like two other quick examples. Like I remember giving a football to a signed Julio Jones jersey to a kid on the field in Tampa and him breaking down in tears. I remember giving a signed ball. I remember who was signed by to a Falcons fan at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And this Falcons fan gave me his lucky Falcons pom pom that he carried with him for the last 20 years to watch anywhere he went to watch Falcons games. I since gave that pom pom to people who still work for the Falcons, so it stays in the building.
Nice.
But like, dude, the impact that you can have in sports like that, like just doing the very little things, can make literally a kid's life. Like, I guarantee that kid who I gave the Julio Jones jersey to, he has that jersey probably in his room,
Yeah.
still talks about that day, and it was something very small that was able to make such impact. And like the coolest thing about that in sports, right? It's like I was that kid. I was that kid. I would do anything for an autograph or a photo or anything like that back when I was a little kid. So it was really cool, especially at the Falcons, to be able to make that impact consistently.